When his wife's murdered body goes missing from the morgue, investigators begin to scrutinize him as the main suspect. However, as the truth begins to unveil, he soon finds himself caught up in a deeper web of conspiracy that is fueled by revenge. Hello, welcome back to IM Movies. The movie begins as Jaime Peña, a senior special police investigator, is called from Berlin to investigate a car accident that has left Angel Torres, a security officer working in a morgue, in a coma. Angel Torres was hit by the car while running away from the morgue, just after witnessing a scary scene. On getting to the morgue, Peña, accompanied by Agent Pablo, gets a brief on the situation from Agent Norma. During the brief, Agent Norma reveals to them that the body of Maica Villaverde, a middle-aged, wealthy businesswoman who had died from a heart attack, is missing. Afterward, they discover that all the cameras in the morgue were destroyed, and the code to the security room has also been changed, prompting them to believe that someone must have stolen the body. But the question is, who did it? Agent Mateo reveals to Peña that the late Maica Villaverde was the CEO of a pharmaceutical company called Pharmatech, and that her young widower, Alex Ulloa, works as the company's director. Agent Mateo also adds that Maica also runs other businesses with her two sisters, Luna and Gloria, who also doubles as her lawyer. Meanwhile, Maica's sisters had visited to comfort Alex, who at this time has chosen to isolate himself in his room, as he mourns the death of his wife. However, as soon as they leave the house, Alex goes to meet with his secret lover, Carla. Shortly after, it soon becomes clear that Alex is responsible for the death of his wife, as he assures Carla that he did it for her, promising to be with her forever. Moments later, Alex gets a call from the police informing him that Maica's body is missing. Carla advises Alex not to go, stating that it could be a trap, but Alex assures her that he'll take care of it. Soon Alex meets with Peña, who afterward reveals the circumstances surrounding Maica's disappearance to him. Afterward, Peña begins to question Alex, asking if he's aware of anyone who might have wanted to hurt him or Maica, to which he answers no. Later, Agent Pablo presents a document he received from Gloria Villaverde, Maica's lawyer, stating that it may contain information that could help shed light on the issue. Pablo further adds that they tried reaching out to Alex first but couldn't find him at home. To cover up for this, Alex tells them that he went out to get painkiller drugs for his headache at the time. Shortly after, Peña and Agent Pablo meet with Tapia, the doctor and forensic expert who had signed Maica's death certificate. Tapia explains that she was sure Maica was dead before signing her death certificate. Meanwhile, Alex quickly uses this time to call Carla, revealing the situation of things to her. Later, Dr. Tapia asks to meet with Alex and soon begins to ask him about Maica's health history, to ascertain the potential cause of her death and disappearance. Seeing that Maica didn't have most of the ailments she had listed, Dr. Tapia suggests that Maica must have suffered from catalepsy, a medical condition that makes it look like a person is dead even while they are still alive. However, Peña is convinced that Maica's body was stolen from the morgue, as he begins to suspect Alex based on the manner in which he already speaks of his wife in the past tense, solidifying his suspicion about Alex. While still at the morgue with a police officer, they hear a loud noise followed by a blackout. After this, Alex discovers a busted locker that contains items retrieved from Maica. Inside it, he finds a bottle of toxin labeled TH16, and immediately he gets a flashback, remembering how he had poisoned Maica's wine with the same toxin just a day before. However, as soon as the lights come back on, Alex hides the TH16 in his pocket as Peña and his team walk in. Shortly after, Agent Mateo reports that Maica's phone is missing from the evidence box, prompting Peña to forcefully search Alex, who had refused to cooperate with him. While searching for Alex, Peña finds the TH16 in his pocket, but can't find the phone. In an attempt to defend himself, Alex claimed he picked the TH16 toxin from the floor and planned to dispose of it, stating that it is one of the many toxic products produced by Pharmatech. However, with this incident, Peña becomes more convinced that Alex knows something about Maica's untimely death. Shortly after, Alex goes into the toilet to receive a call from Carla, who asks him to leave the station immediately. However, Alex seems determined to know if Maica is still alive or not, promising Carla that he'll be with her as soon as he's sure. While in the toilet, Alex finds a dinner reservation card that Maica had once gotten for them before her death. Afterward, Alex discovers that a message reads, "When I close my eyes, I see you." Written on the back of the card is the same as a text he once received from Carla, prompting him to believe that Maica is alive and only trying to taunt him. Afterward, Peña shows Alex how his wife's body must have been stolen from the morgue, adding that the suspect left clues for them. Peña notes that the code to the room and the date on the calendar had been changed. Alex immediately recognizes the date as the day he met Carla. Moments later, they realize that the emergency sprinkler has been activated, but as Peña and the other agents attempt to fix it, Alex sneaks away to receive a call from Carla. During the call, Alex spots a body tag that reads Carla's name, and stares in shock as he realizes that someone is definitely messing with him. Carla warns Alex to leave the building as soon as he can, and Alex ends the call as soon as he spots Peña behind him. Peña seized Alex's phone, and after running a scan through it, they couldn't find anything incriminating on it, as it appeared that Alex had wiped his call log clean. Afterward, Agent Pablo informs Peña that the result of the TH16 is out, revealing that the toxin is believed to be used to induce cardiac arrest. With this, Peña orders Agent Pablo to lock Alex up in a room as they continue their investigation. While locked up, Alex begins walking around and soon finds himself in a room filled with bodies. Shortly after, Alex hears a phone ringing inside the body bag of a man named Javier Alonso, and he picks it up but he can't hear anything. Alex decides to call back and a waitress picks up the phone, telling him that the owner of the phone must have forgotten it. Shortly after, Alex realizes that the waitress works in a restaurant called Arabisco, where he and Micah had once had lunch. With this, Alex remembers watching Micah meet with a man whom he suspects to be Javier Alonso. With this, Alex calls Carla to tell her his latest discoveries, revealing to her that he feels Micah had known about their affairs all along, and has decided to taunt them till they confess. Afterward, Alex asks Carla to help him find out who Javier Alonso is, as he attempts to know how he's linked to the whole thing. Meanwhile, Peña, who hates going to the morgue, is seen smoking outside the building, as he remembers his own family getting into a car accident and his wife passing away. After a while, Alex appears before Peña for further interrogation. Peña accuses Alex of killing his wife and stealing her body, citing the discovery of the TH16 as proof of him attempting to conceal evidence, but Alex denies having anything to do with it. Peña further reveals to Alex that he knows the TH16 toxin can cause heart attack, and he's sure Alex had used it on his wife after she returned from her business trip. Alex reveals that he only found Micah dead on a sofa after he returned from work, and that he was able to confirm she was dead after checking her pulse. Afterward, Peña asks Alex what he did after his wife's body was taken away from the house, and Alex reveals that he was at home crying with his sister Erica, and alongside Micah's sisters. Peña goes ahead to also ask Alex where he was when the police came to look for him, and Alex tells Peña that he left home to get painkillers for his headache. With this, Peña demands to see the painkillers Alex got since he immediately came to the morgue after he got it, but Alex couldn't provide it. Later, Peña reveals to Alex that Micah had hired a private investigator named Javier Alonso to watch him, as she'd long suspected that he was cheating on her. With this, Peña theorizes that Alex must have killed Micah to avoid getting a divorce, since their marriage clause states that he won't get anything if he's ever caught cheating. Upon hearing the name Javier Alonso, Alex takes Peña to the room where he had seen his body, attempting to prove that Javier is dead. However, Alex soon gets frustrated after realizing that the name on the tag has changed, and everything he sees now looks like a lie. Afterward, Peña gets a call from Agent Pablo that they couldn't find anything in Javier Alonso's office that relates to Micah, and he orders them to go search Alex's house. At the same time, Alex calls Carla, who reveals that she couldn't find any private investigator named Javier Alonso, but that she received an envelope from an anonymous sender. Carla further reveals the picture and audio evidence that Javier Alonso had gathered against them to Alex. Carla tells Alex to do anything it takes to get out of the morgue, and her phone suddenly goes off, as it appears that she has been attacked or hit by a car. Sensing that Carla might be in trouble, Alex decides to leave the place to save her, but Peña hits him in the face and immediately puts him in handcuff. With this, Alex begs Peña to help him save Carla, which he tells him he has an affair, stating from how he met Carla by chance in California to how he eventually poisoned Micah. Alex also reveals how he met Carla when he used to work as a lecturer at a university, revealing how they both fell in love and afterward became inseparable. One night after having an affair, Alex tells Carla all his secrets, including the fact that he is married. Upon hearing this, Carla angrily leaves Alex, and afterward refuses to speak to him. Now, since Alex is not ready to lose his position and rights to Micah's wealth, he decides it's best to kill Micah just to be with Carla. With this, Alex theorizes that Micah may have found out about his plans, and even faked her own death by taking a neuroleptic drug to enter a state of catalepsy just to hound him afterward. Shortly after, Agent Pablo calls in, and reveals they found blueprints of the morgue at Alex's house. He further reveals that a gun that matches the bullet used to take down the cameras has also been found alongside a shovel and a pair of shoes that matched the footprints they saw at the morgue. Soon they also receive a report from the hospital that Angel Torres, the security guard, had regained consciousness and had even narrated what he saw that night. Angel Torres had reported seeing Micah's body appear in the lift and then disappear afterward, which prompted him to run away from the morgue. Upon hearing this, Peña accuses Alex of stealing Micah's body, But Alex maintains his innocence, stating that Micah has the money and power to disappear without a trace just to implicate him. Shortly after, Peña decides to take Alex to the police station. On their way, they come across a police stop where they meet Agent Pablo, who reveals to them that a body has been found. Alex immediately begins to cry, fearing that it could be Carla's body. However, as soon as they pull out the body, Peña unveils it and they realize it is Micah's missing body. At this point, Peña accuses Alex of lying to him as he reveals that the address of the house that he had provided as Carla's has been empty for years, and that there is no one named Carla in the Faculty of Medicine, where he said he used to teach chemistry. After this revelation, Peña orders the police officers to leave the area and then instructs Agent Pablo to get an arrest warrant from the judge. Afterward, Alex attempts to escape and Peña runs after him. Alex collapses and claims he begins to complain that he needs an ambulance. At this point, Peña reveals to Alex that the car accident that killed his wife, Ruth, 10 years ago, wouldn't have been fatal if only the driver had called for help instead of fleeing the scene. Peña further reveals that his 10-year-old daughter, Ava, was also in the car with them on that fateful day, and she watched her mother bleed to death hours later. It appears that Alex and Micah were the ones responsible for the accident that happened 10 years ago, and they had fled the scene after. Peña reveals that his daughter Eva had recently remembered the logo of a keychain hanging from their car's rearview mirror, which read, Avalon, California. With this, Peña shows Alex a photo of his daughter Eva, which is his lover Carla Miller. It soon becomes clear that Peña and Eva, aka Carla, had conspired to steal Micah's body to frame Alex. Peña further reveals that her daughter Eva wasn't initially sure if Alex was guilty, until he confessed to her about his darkest secrets, which included the hit and run. With this confirmation, Eva and her father Peña go on with their plan. Peña also reveals that Eva had planted all the evidence used against Alex and even fabricated the whole thing about his wife, hiring a private investigator. At this point, Alex, who is now gasping for breath, learns that 8 hours earlier, Eva had dosed his drink with TH16 and his death will later be explained as a heart attack. And this is where our story ends. If you'd like to see us recap any other movies or topics you have in mind, just drop a comment and let us know. And don't forget to hit the like button, share this recap, and subscribe to stay updated for the next one. Until next time.